Hey there, it's Lenny McGill with the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop. Today here in the awesome Nashville studios. Thanks for joining me. You know, Vortex Day is coming up here October 18th, a day before my birthday. So it's going to be a big day because Vortex is going to be here. We're going to have a lot of giveaways of Vortex. There's going to be every Vortex optic available to play with and to shoot here in our indoor ranges. And it's going to be a fun time. So we're inviting you to come down to Nashville. Even if you don't live in Nashville, fly in and check out Vortex Day on October 18th. And the reason I say that is because they've got some new products that we're going to introduce at that day. In fact, we're going to introduce them right now here on the video because they're pretty cool. Vortex, as you know, has been around for a long time. They've produced standard scopes, and they got into the optic business several years ago, and they are continually improving and developing and making more and more improvements as the marketplace really has shown that the optic concept is strong, it's solid. People around the country are sending their slides into us to have them milled for optics, and we're turning them around in 10 days or less. And Vortex now has some new items that I need to show you because they're really nice. I mean, they really are. They have upgraded some of their existing products and have now made the Vortex Defender ST as well as the Vortex Defender CCW as an enclosed optic with a solar panel. And here they are. Okay, so the smaller one, as you can see, as you would have guessed, is the CCW version for the 43X. And the larger version would be used with the larger guns, like the 19. Now, you still can use the smaller version on the 19 and the 17 if you want, okay? But that said, let's go through some of the features here and talk about how these work. They're really cool. They both basically have the same features. So I'm going to talk about the larger one because it's a little bigger to look at and talk about. It's the Defender ST we're looking at. And you'll see the major improvement, in a sense, is the fact that it's enclosed. Now, they haven't discontinued the open reticle option. When we say enclosed, that means that the laser beam that shines up onto the glass is enclosed in the glass box, all right, basically. So why you would want that is because it protects the laser reticle from getting dust. A drop of water would disperse that in a weird way. Any kind of debris could do that as well. So people have really gravitated towards the enclosed optics, especially for concealed carry. But they've added this really cool solar panel. The battery is available right here on the side, so you don't have to take it off to change the battery. It has two buttons on the side. And the buttons are for plus and minus, and that's the brightness. But they also change the reticle because both of these use the circle dot technology. All right, so it's either circle, dot, or both. All right, and the reason that I like the circle dot is because it's just bigger and easier to see. And that's what's cool about the circle dot. You have the option. I prefer to shoot with a circle dot because my eyes pick it up faster. Okay, and I think the circle is really good. I like when I shoot, as you've seen probably on some of my videos, I like to shoot close up fast and pretty aggressively shooting in a sense that that's how you shoot in a self-defense arena. So I like the circle dot personally. So this optic is cool. And I'm going to show you a little bit about the installation. There's different for each of these because they actually operate on a different system. Okay, they have different screws and different screw sizes. And of course, the footprints are different as well. So let's talk about the CCW version, which is the smaller version for these 43Xs. Now, what's really cool about this, and here's a 43X, okay, and it's the MOS version. All right, here's the MOS plate. And I know this gun's unloaded. I'm going to just take the plate off real quick and show you that. So here's the MOS plate. I've already taken the screws off, and that's what we call the MOS cutout. And again, this gun is empty, and there's no ammunition around, no loaded magazines around. And I suggest you do the same thing when you're ever installing optics, cleaning the gun, whatever. Just keep the ammunition in another room. That said, this footprint is kind of what they call the MOS cutout, but it also, many manufacturers, Holosun and Vortex and a lot of other companies, Shield, everybody's making the optics that fit directly into this footprint. And that's no difference with this new Defender CCW with the enclosed, what they call the enclosed solar micro red dot. You're going to see it's just going to drop right in with no plate needed. and just like that. And the cool thing about Vortex is they include a whole bunch of screws that'll fit a whole bunch of different guns as well. So not only the Glock, of course, these will fit on SIGs and other guns as well, but the concept is that we can install this without an adapter plate, which I think is great because then it allows the sight to sit as low as possible. I cannot co-witness with the factory sights with this setup. I mean, I see a little bit. But I would say that, if you really wanted to be aggressive on a co-witness, you wanted to get a 1/3 co-witness, you may want to put suppressor height sights in there because I can see the notch just a little bit above that, but it's barely anything. So if you wanted co-witness, you may want to go ahead and order some suppressor height sights for this 43X setup. But the advantage of this thing really is the enclosed, the fact that it fits directly without an optic plate, an adapter plate. It has the battery on the side. The two buttons on this side operate, the plus and minus. It's either the intensity or the brightness of the reticle itself. The other thing you can do is switch between the two or the three options, circle, dot, or circle and dot. And you basically just hold down both buttons at the same time and it clicks through there. So click it. It goes boom, click it again, boom, click it again, boom. And again, what they have done here is include all the screws. So that's the option for the 43X. Now, I do want to show you one other thing regarding the 43X. Many of you know, if you saw the videos we did a couple weeks ago or last week for this new coyote colored 43X. It's a beautiful gun. I mean, it really is. It has a new footprint. And we believe that Glock is going to start including this new footprint on all of their 43Xs. Let me get this plate fits really exactly tight. Okay, so let's check these out and compare. See what Glock has done here. And again, they don't tell anybody. They just make these inline changes. They have removed the bosses and come up with these screw posts, which we believe, and I believe that engineers would tell you the same thing. You get a little bit better control of the optic with these screw posts, a little better adhesion or retention of the optic than you do with the bosses. And you'll notice that this optic, this little CCW version, fits directly into this footprint, just like this, and it is tight. Come on now, let's see if I can, there you go. It kind of clicks in, it's that tight. So those screw posts really make it neat. Now do be aware, on both of these, many people will notice when they're working with the 43X, if you look into these holes on the right side, that screw post hole or even the screw hole over here, you're going to see the EDP rod. That's the extractor, depressor, plunger rod. It's a stainless or, silver rod, metal rod that runs along the side here and is a channel inside the slide. That rod, if you touch it with a screw, the gun will not extract properly. So that screw's got to be a little shorter. So many people will call us and say, hey, the gun's not functioning right. What happened? And we basically tell them, well, you need a shorter screw for that right hole when you're installing a direct mount because it's so low that sometimes that screw will intersect. Also be aware that we don't know if this footprint, when it's going to start appearing on the black guns. They don't tell us. It's kind of an inline change, so we don't know which one that you'll get. But at this time, we know that the bronze ones come with, or the coyote ones come with that. All right, now we'll put those guys down and let's talk about the larger version of this optic, which is the Defender ST. Remember, that's the CCW, more for concealed carry. And again, while we're talking about that, I might as well say this real quick. Here's a Glock 19 Gen 5, okay? It's empty, boom. This is the standard MOS footprint that comes with a Glock 19 and 17 and all the larger guns, 45s, all that stuff. All the double stack guns come with this MOS footprint. And this is the new ST. And notice if I put it in here, it still floats around a little bit. It's just not going to work. The holes don't line up. There's no way to really attach it unless you use an adapter plate. And luckily, Vortex includes an adapter plate with that Defender ST. Boom, and here it is. It is called a Delta Point Pro footprint, okay? Now, this plate does come included with this optic, and so the plate goes in here right into the MOS footprint. Fits really nice. It's tight. They did a nice job actually, building this thing. It's a little thicker than our plate, but it's still very nice. And now, so what you would do is use the included screws, and you'll see that you'll attach the plate, the adapter plate, right to the MOS footprint. Okay, and then you screw those in. And then you take your ST, the Defender ST, and you'll attach it directly to the actual adapter plate, and it'll sit like that. Okay. Now I have to tell you right now that it's really important that when you're applying or installing these screws, you apply Loctite. And I would suggest you use blue Loctite because that allows you to take it out. The blue Loctite will prevent the screws from walking out during vibration. Okay, comes with a ton of screws in the package. I mean, Vortex has done a nice job packaging this thing up, so they're really preparing themselves to be able to fit on just about any Glock or any gun, should I say, with the screw set. They come with a tool that helps you install the screws and take them out. It's very nice. Another tool, another side of the tool right here allows you to open the battery tray. Well, of course, you can do that with just a regular screwdriver too, but it's nice to use the right tool so it doesn't mar the finish as you apply these tools to it. So it's actually really cool. It's a heavy duty steel tool. It's not plastic. Okay, so it actually is pretty good. All the screws are included. The tools are included. Vortex has done another great job, kind of packaging this thing up, and it's now, they wanted us to wait till now to introduce these because they are getting their inventory ready and all that stuff. So they're ready now. And they're available now, and it's really awesome. The Vortex Days coming up here at GlockStore. We invite you to come down and check it out. But you can come earlier if you're in town before that. Just come in, drop in, and you say, hey, I want to check some of these things out. We do have some of these on our rental counter and all that stuff. So the bottom line is, Vortex has some new optics. Like I said, all the old ones are still available. We've got the open ones here. They have different colors available in some of the open versions, and I'm sure they'll probably eventually do one of these as well. But right now, Vortex is introducing these new enclosed optics with all these great features and all the great pieces that come with it. And it even comes with, I guess I might as well mention that, a cover. So you can actually cover this thing up when you're all done, just like that. So there you go. It's Vortex and Vortex Day coming here to GlockStore on October 18th, 2025. Thanks for watching. I'm Lenny McGill. We hope to see you here then, or before then, or even after then. See you next time.